Story time, wife texting the father of the kid she babysits, part 1. Over the past few days, I've noticed that my wife has been texting a lot on her phone, and obviously I got very curious, so I asked her who she was texting all the time, and she said she's just finally catching up with friends after working all week. A respectable answer, so I left it at that, but I started to notice she was catching up a lot. I started paying closer attention and noticed that she's been texting the dad of the kid she's been babysitting. I decided that since she had just babysat the kid, it must be something related to that. No harm, no foul. Once while she was texting him, I decided to walk around her to peek at her phone to see who she was texting, and the text messages got closed and I watched her switch to TikTok. I have always been super considerate of her privacy, and have not once in our 4 years of being together ever gone through her phone and looked at her text messages. This sat super weird with me, but I thought, hey, just a coincidence. The next morning comes and I go to turn off the alarm on her phone, as I do every morning because I wake up at 3 a.m. and ask her to set hers just in case mine doesn't go off, and once I press the stop button I see a text from him and I also see a Snapchat from him. Now I'm really curious as to why in the world she would need his Snapchat. Going through her texts is not an option for me, and I hate people going through my phone and won't go through hers, so I decided to just talk to her about it after the day is done. She gets texts from him when we were laying in bed together and replies, and I saw another notification saying goodnight later that evening. Later in the day I ask her what is going on and why she is texting him. She tells me they're just friends, so I then ask her why she wouldn't tell me and why it seemed like she was keeping it such a secret, because up to this point we've always given each other a heads up that we were texting the opposite gender out of nowhere. She says she didn't want to make me uncomfortable that she's texting him and thought it would be better to not say anything and keep it under wraps. This has never happened before and we have always been super open with each other, and it was shocking to hear this.